Happy Lionsgate Portal Day. This is an actual cosmic holiday, one of my favorite holidays, because if you know anything about me, you know that I don't like holidays, but I do fancy a cosmic holiday. And today is a cosmic holiday. Today is 8/8, so it is the opening of the Lionsgate portal. What does that mean? Over in the Ambitious app, these are the conversations that we actually have. So I wanted to hop on here today quickly and just talk to you guys a little bit about how you can use the energies of the Lionsgate portal. So I wanted to get on here early in the morning. I have a ton of stuff to do today, but I wanted to get on here early because I wanted you all to be able to prepare and plan for maybe like later on in the day or in the evening or even like later at night to be able to do some rituals. What we call in Ambitious Land, we call it ambituals. So it's always the rituals that have to do with what is happening in the cosmos, with the energies of the universe, because we are all about the energies of the universe and using those energies, right? Okay, so it's 8/8. The Lionsgate portal is opening. What does that mean? Every year on 8/8, so between actually July 26th and August 12th, we have this portal opening. And what is it all about? So on 8/8 is really like the culmination of the Lionsgate portal opening. So what happens is the sun is in Leo, and it's actually in direct alignment with the brightest star in the sky, Sirius. And tonight, actually in Egypt, the Orion's belt, okay, will actually align with the pyramids of Giza. I know, pretty dope, right? I'm super into this. Happy 8/8, everybody, yes. So how do we use the energies of this, and what are the actual energies that are coming in? So, and I'm just looking down at my notes because I just had channeled some stuff before I got on during my meditation. So this is a day of manifestation, okay? Every day is a day of manifestation, but this is a very auspicious day of manifestation. What are you trying to manifest? What are you trying to bring into your reality? What are some things that are super intentional that you have been creating? How do you bring these things into reality? So unfortunately, a lot of us lead really busy lives where we don't think a lot about these types of things, but our ancestors actually really lived by these auspicious days. It helped them gain more power, more clarity, more intentionality. And so I'm all about going back to my roots and kind of kicking it old school. Like, how can I use these really powerful energies to bring things into my existence that I have maybe been struggling with, or I have been afraid of, or I have been procrastinating on? And the Lionsgate portal is the day to actually get the things done, okay? So it's also all about not drifting. So in Ambitious Land, on the Ambitious app, in all of my programs and my mentorships, we talk a lot about this phenomenon called drifting, right? And I'm not going to get too much into this. You can actually go to my podcast, the Ambitious podcast. I talk a lot about that in my podcast. If you could just search Outwitting the Devil. That's a really great book all about how not to drift. But remember, all of us were born with this Akashic record that we've just kind of been dragging from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. And then what happens is we come forward to this earth plane. And then what happens is we get all of this programming, this faulty programming. And we get this faulty programming from our family of origin, so our mothers and fathers and our caregivers, teachers, people that are very influential in your life. And it's not their fault. Like, some of them really literally don't know any better. But we get this program kind of grooved into our brain. And then we grow up thinking, there's never enough. Money doesn't grow on trees. Everyone else wins, but I don't. When is the other shoe going to drop, right? Have you ever said these types of things to yourself, or you've heard these things growing up in your family? Right. That is called faulty programming. So just like we get the faulty programming, we can also get rid of the faulty programming. It takes time. It takes effort. You have to be very intentional with getting rid of the faulty programming. Like when you have a faulty programming, low vibrational frequency thought, like, who are you to do this? You're a nobody. Like, no one's going to listen to you. No one's going to watch your videos. No one is going to pay you to coach them. No one's going to do this. No one's going to do that. You have to know that that is not your real, true self saying these things. What Florence Scovel Shinn calls the army of the alien, right? The army of the alien. The title of the book about not drifting is called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. It's an amazing book. We do a lot of that work in Ambitious Academy, and I do a lot of that work on also on Ambitious podcasts. It's an amazing book. It's changed my life. It was written in the 1930s, and I swear to God, it was written for today more than it was back then. So check it out, and you can actually just search it also on YouTube. I think that there's like a free audio version actually. That I know that's what a lot of my girls listen to. So just when you hear these words come into your head, like you're not good enough, you're not this enough, you're not that enough, you're not enough, you have to realize that that is not you speaking. Those are called the army of the aliens, what Florence Scovel Shinn calls the army of the aliens, right? And it's this low vibrational frequency that comes into your mind that is trying to keep you low vibrational. The more people that wake up, the more people that say, you know what? I'm going to do shit scared. Like I can be afraid and I can feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to be brave and courageous and I'm going to do that shit anyways. Those are the people that change the face of the earth. Those are the people that shift the mindsets of Mother Earth and all of her inhabitants. Okay. So we have to really start taking the old faulty programming and we have to take it out and then we have to like fill up the space, right? We have to fill up the space in the brain because we just can't leave this open space, right? So when we fill up the space in the brain, that's where affirmations come in. That's where you say like, I'm working towards being my best, healthiest, happiest self. Or I'm working towards the attainment of wealth, or I'm working on my freedom, or whatever your desires are, right? Because when we leave an open space in the brain, that's when the army of the aliens can come in even louder, right? And most people succumb to that energy, right? So getting rid of the old programming. This is a Galactic New Year. So just like we have New Year's every year on January 1st, we also have today, 8/8, is the Galactic New Year. So it's the start of a new year for you in the cosmos. So, people are always waiting like, oh, I'm going to wait till January 1st to get in shape, or I'm going to wait till January 1st to do this. No, start today. Actually start every day, but this is a great auspicious energetic day for you actually to start something new today. And it might not be new like, oh, eureka, I came up with something new. It could be something that you've been really desiring for a really long time that you've been afraid to put yourself out there and actually claim it, right? I always say to my clients, you got to name it to claim it. The universe is not a mind reader. The universe is not a mind reader. The universe isn't like, oh God, I wonder if Katie wants, $7 million in her bank account today. You have to tell the universe. You have to demand to the universe what you desire. And today is an amazing day to do that. What are the energies that are going to be coming through here today? You're going to feel almost like a real rush of energy, like tingling, ascension, enlightenment energy. Okay, that's what you're going to be feeling all day today. So when you feel those goosebumps, that is spirit telling you, you are on the right path. You are here for a purpose. You are here for a reason. If your purpose and mission is done, that's when you go. So anyone who's here today, you have a purpose, you have a mission, and just get really cozy with spirit today and just say, Spirit, what is for me? Fill up my vessel with your light and your love and your ancient wisdom. Tell me what is for me. Show me in the way I feel. When something feels good to you, you get those like goose pimples or like chicken skin or whatever, right? You're like, whoo, or you have like the hair on the back of your neck stands up, or maybe your ears ring. I have a whole chapter about this in my book, Ambitious, about ascension symptoms, right? That's how you know from intuition what is right for you. And then when you feel that like gut feeling, you're like, oh, this doesn't feel right, but you were taught, right, as a child, faulty programming, don't judge a book by its cover, give everyone the benefit of the doubt, just do it. No, we have to, especially as women, we have to listen to our intuition. And we have been tamping our intuition down for so many years, sometimes even lifetimes, sometimes even, 10, 20, 30 different generations. I know they are like, really, bitch? That's crazy. Yes, because when we use our intuition as women, look at what's happened to us in the past. Look at what's happened to us in the past, right? Go back to the Witch Wound podcast on Ambitious, right? We have been put through the ringer when we're listening to our divine feminine intuition, but no more. We cannot not listen to that little feeling, right? That little whisper in our heart. Okay. So you're going to feel like a lot of energy moving through you today. You're going to feel a lot of activation. What does that mean? You're going to feel like just inspiration out of nowhere. Like, oh my God, I want to do this thing. Or, oh, this feels really right. Or, oh yeah, go with that. Don't fight it. Go with it. Right. And you're going to feel like things are really optimistic today. And things are really looking up. So it was funny because I was, having coffee this morning and I had done all my rituals and I was just like looking through my Instagram, and a year ago I had torn my plantar fascia like right off the bone of my foot, right? And I was in so much freaking pain, so much pain. And I was like, oh my God, that was a year ago? Holy shit. And then I started like going through my Instagram, like looking at the last 2.5 years of our lives. And I'm like, fuck, like we've been through it. We have been through it. And I don't even care like how you feel about the last 2.5 years of your life. Like we have been through it. Okay. So if you have been feeling some sort of way for the last 2 years, this is a break in that energy. This is a shift in that energy. You're going to feel optimistic. You're going to feel like things are looking up again. Like, oh, like I look at myself, I'm like, oh, Katie Boyd before COVID, she was a bad bitch. And then, I led hundreds and hundreds of women from all across the globe through a global pandemic as a leader. And I burnt myself out. And that's why I went to Portugal for 3 weeks, and I just was like, really got like super intentional and quiet and still. And now I feel rejuvenated and refreshed and ready to get back to my mission, my purpose, which is teaching women how to be ambitious. Right? I'm taking you from sad bitch to bad bitch. That is my mission. That is what I do. That is why God put me here. And that's why I'm showing up today for each and every one of you. So you're going to feel a shift today. You're going to feel things are optimistic again. You're going to feel like that bad bitch that God, the universe, whatever you believe in, put you here to feel and to be. Right? So you're going to feel optimistic. So a couple things before I tell you what to actually do, because this is important, because it's like I can sit here and I can tell you all this shit, but you have to go and listen to what I'm saying and then put the tools into play, right? So the first thing the next thing actually about the Lion's Gate is like 8, okay? 8 is infinity, right? It's the infinity symbol, okay? It is also, 8 is a very fortunate abundance wealth number. Okay. The Chinese, they love 8s. That's like their number, right? That's like the fortune in all the Chinese mythology, right? So that infinity symbol. And it's also limitless, because you have to remember each and every one of us, including myself, we are limitless. The only people that put limits on us are ourselves. No one is holding you down. No one's holding a gun to your head saying that you can't do shit. You are the one that's saying that you can't do the things. So sit down today. 2 things. Number 1, I want you to sit down today, get a notebook, a piece of paper. I don't give a fuck. A papyrus with a, I don't know what they use. Fucking a feather, okay? And sit down and write a gratitude list. I'm talking like the most simple little things, right? You can say, I am grateful for a quill. Thank you. I am grateful for, and then just list it out. I'm talking about to the littlest, tiniest, microscopic thing in your life that you're grateful for. Okay? Because God, the universe, energy, the cosmos, it cannot give you more if you're not already grateful for what you already have. Everyone's looking to get more and more and more and more and more, and they're not even grateful for what they already have. So sit down, number one, and write a list of everything that you're grateful for. And don't just write it like, I'm thankful for my dog, I'm thankful for tampons, I'm thankful for my mom. Like, no. Write it down and feel the gratitude for everything that you write. So if you're like, I am so grateful for my husband, he's amazing, he is so helpful, he is so supportive, he's so kind, he's so loving, blah, blah, blah. Sit there and close your eyes as you're writing this and feel what it feels like to be loved by that person, right? Feel what it feels like to feel close to someone in that way, right? Feel the feelings, because remember, the energy of your feelings is what attracts more to you. If you're just like, I'm grateful for my cat, I'm grateful for my dog, I'm grateful for my nose, it's like, you're just saying those things. You have to feel it. I have a whole chapter about this in my book, Ambitious, same exact thing, teaching you how to actually go through this energy, because it's all about energy. So that's number one. The second thing I want you guys to do today on this very auspicious Galactic New Year is I want you to sit down and I want you to fantasize about all the things that you desire in life, okay? And I don't want you to put a cap on those desires. So if you're making $50,000 a year, let's just say money, sake of conversation, and you're like, I desire $1 million liquid cash in my bank account. Your brain is going to be like, no, bitch, you can't do that, because how do you go from making $50,000 to $1 million? It's kind of like outlandish, right? But it's not, because the universe has no lack. The universe has no fear. The universe has no procrastination. The universe is not a self-saboteur like we are. If you believe it and you do the work that it takes to become that person, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So I want you to just go for it, like 110%. I want you to write down all the things that you fantasize about and that you desire and that are your birthrights and that you deserve. Just sit down and write all of that out. And then I want you to write down all the things that you have to do and all the ways that you have to be to become this person, or to attain these goals, or to experience these fantasies and desires, right? So, like Britney Spears, she's a master manifester, by the way. She's a professional, because she understands you want a hot body, you want a Bugatti, you want a Maserati, you got to work, bitch. It's not like I'm just and this is where The Secret really did bad things to us, because I'm a child of like The Secret, right? I'm a child of The Secret. I was like, I'm going to manifest all these things, and I would sit and I would be like, okay, I'm going to manifest a Rolls Royce, and you just sit and you pick your ass all day and pick your nose and sit and watch fucking Maury Povich and eat Cheetos. No, that's not how you're going to attain that, right? Right. Be, do, have. Exactly. But a lot of people just think that they be and then they have, and there's no do. And herein lies the problem. And this is why people cannot manifest. So what do you desire? What are the things you have to do to attain the things that you desire? And then put a time on it, right? Put a time on it. So if you're like, my desire, goals, dreams, aspirations, and again, I talk about this a lot in the book Ambitious, my goals, dreams, aspirations are this. Now, I know that if I desire to make $2 million by, January 1st, 2024, I have to do a lot of things that it's going to help me do that. I'm not going to sit on my ass and floss my teeth. I'm going to have to go out and I'm going to have to entertain and inspire and show up and do the work. And that's what y'all have to do too. Okay? So, first, listen to this video again. Second, sit down and do your gratitude. And third, fantasize and feel all the ways that you need to feel, and then write down the ways that you're going to manifest these dreams, desires, and aspirations. Do that today, because like I said, this is a very auspicious, energetic portal, right? It's a cosmic holiday. So actually, Sit and do the work. Sit and do the work, right? The key is how to maintain the momentum tomorrow. And this is when, agreed, and this is when I always say, every day when I wake up, and I teach this to all of my women that I coach, every day that I wake up, it's not like I wake up and I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go again. No, I wake up, I have my coffee, I have very sound rituals, right? And then I fill up the boop with inspirational things. I am never going to wake up in the morning and be like, oh, Jesus Christ, what fresh hell is today? No, I'm like, okay, Katie, how are you going to be the best you can be today? You know, I talk a lot about this in the book Ambitious. If you want this book, you can go over to my website, www.kbmsc.com, and you can buy the book. And I talk a lot about this in my book Ambitious, where it's like, you know, we truly have to be intentional about what we're allowing in here. Because our whole lives, we haven't been able to be intentional because we've been getting all this faulty programming from our family of origin and our caregivers and our influential people. So every day, you need to fill your mind up with inspiration, motivation, and do the things that an inspired, empowered, ambitious woman would do. Everything I do during the day, I say, would the best version of Katie do this thing, say this thing, eat this way, work out this way, meditate this way, show up this way, say these things? And if the answer is no, I don't do it. Ask anybody that knows me. I'm a real hardcore, you know what, BITCH, when it comes to my energy and my intentionality and my priorities. And I say no to a lot of things for that reason. Because you can always make more money. You cannot make more time, right? Okay, so if you are loving this, head on over to my app. It's totally free. You'll be part of the actual Bitcherhood community. It's an amazing space. If you just go to my bio and click on that link, it will take you right to the Ambitious app. Like I said, it's totally free, and that's where the real conversations are happening. And that is where you are going to be living in a high vibrational space with hundreds and hundreds of women from all across the globe who think and act and feel the same way as you and desire to be the HBIC of their magical life. So click on that link in the bio, follow it over to Ambitious, the app, and you are going to have the time of your life over there because let me tell you, if you're looking for like-minded women, that's where you're going to find them. So if you feel like this video is inspirational, or if I said some things that really resonate with you and you feel like everyone should hear this that is following you and is friends with you, share it out, send it out on your stories, send it out on, I don't know, a signal, a smoke signal, or you can like put it on a raven's claw and it can like bring it to another village. I don't know, whatever you crazy kids do nowadays. All right. I love you guys. Have an ambitious day. And if you have any questions about this, ask below. I always will share this later on after I am done with the video. Okay, guys, I love you. Don't forget to stay ambitious. Have an amazing Lionsgate Portal Galactic New Year day. Mwah.